Hello and welcome to Winging It with Ash. I am Ash, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am doing a Q&A. I asked you guys if you had some questions for me, and you definitely came through on Instagram and YouTube, so I'm gonna tackle some of those questions today. Let's start with the questions you guys asked on Instagram. Many of you asked about my visa situation. I have had a big, crazy experience through this visa situation. Some of you might remember the video I put out saying that I was denied my visa. That was true, I was denied, but we were able to reapply. So that's exactly what we did, is reapply for the visa, and now I'm just waiting. It can take up to 5 months at least. They say that it's supposed to only take 2, but my first one took 5 months, and people in my school are still waiting on their student visa. So who knows when I'll get it. There are rules and regulations of what I can and cannot do while I'm waiting on my visa, but I can be in the country of Spain while I'm waiting my visa, which is exactly what I'm doing, is being here, waiting for it. I applied for a year-long visa. And I'm still waiting. I'm excited for when I do get it, because that means that I can leave and go to places like the UK or even the US. In December, when I left for the US, I had to go through a whole process to get permission to leave the country while I was waiting for my visa, and I don't intend on doing that again for any other trips. So I just wait for it. Yeah, it's not a big, easy process. A video will come out, I want to make a video soon on a new visa that is available here in Spain. It's a digital Nomad visa. If you're interested in information, let me know down in the comments below, because I'd like to know who of you would be interested in a video like that. But for me, it's of interest because I no longer want to be on a student visa, but this new visa would allow me to stay long enough where I could potentially become a resident of Spain, which is another question someone asked. One of you asked what my plans were after my course, my Spanish course, or what my plans are for the future. I would like to be here in Spain longer term. I've put my roots down here. I am going to a church, which was another question someone asked. I have an amazing church with amazing people in it. I go to a class every Sunday before church, and then I go to a service. I'm involved in other things like small groups during the week, and I have a mentor through my church. So I am very rooted in Barcelona, and I absolutely love the life that I've been able to build here. So I want to keep it. I want to keep cultivating these relationships and the people that I've met and the things that I've been able to do. So being here longer term is definitely my plan, but nothing's guaranteed. I've learned anything in life, I've learned that nothing's guaranteed. So if that's not in the cards, then yeah, I'll roll with the punches. I'll wing it. But for now, my intention is to stay here in Spain longer term. If not, then I want to go somewhere where I can learn my Spanish. Another question was how my Spanish is going. I started this new school in January, and I am so happy here. I have seen myself progress so much more than the previous school, and I know that this is a much better environment and learning environment for me, hands down. It's been amazing. I still feel behind. I still feel like it's extremely difficult, and I still feel like I have so much to learn, which I do. But last week I passed my A2 test. So I've been through A1 and now A2. I've passed, and now I have started B1. It's 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's a lot of Spanish and a lot of new things, I just, I knew it was gonna be hard, but it's really hard. But I'm sticking with it, and I really I am trying. I love the language. I love learning the language. I love so many things about the opportunity of learning a language. I love seeing why people make mistakes when they speak English as a second language due to the language that they know to begin with, their native tongue. Yeah, it's just a beautiful thing, and I've met amazing people in my school. My professora is so understanding and so good at explaining things so that I can understand it. So yeah, I've been so happy with it. Yes, my Spanish has improved. First time trip to France tips. Go to small little towns, enjoy. France, I feel like, is a place where you just need to relax, take in the food, take in the sounds and the smells. I would suggest going on the coast. My trip to the coast of France was incredible. Yeah, just eat all the things, enjoy coffee, take your time. I think that's the way to do France, is not to fill your schedule completely full with things, but to take a book and read it on the Seine, or have a picnic on the Seine, or go to a museum and spend your time. Like, France is one of those places where you need to do it in leisure and just enjoy yourself and take in all of the culture. I think that's a pretty good first timer tip. Do I ever hear from Eric and Allison? I have not. I have not heard from them in a long, long time. I hope that they're doing very well. I would like to reconnect with a lot of other YouTubers. Another question in here that I remember is someone asked if I'm going to be meeting up with anyone. Other YouTubers that have been, friends in the past, and I would love to. I don't have any plans at the moment. My school is very difficult to get out of. Like, I have Monday through Friday school, and if I miss classes, I miss classes, and I really cannot miss classes because I struggle going to the classes to figure out what we're doing. So it's really, really important for me to go to every class, and I've committed to this for a year, so we'll see what happens, but it's hard for me to commit to things unless it's like on a weekend or on a holiday, and the only holiday I have is coming up during Easter. Other than that, I really have no time off. I'm going to try in the summer to take about a month off and see if I can go traveling and hopefully meet up with some people then, but that is tentative. I have not made plans yet. What are my plans to travel to another country? I am going to Switzerland very soon, and I will make a few videos there, which I'm really looking forward to. That'll be during this break where I have a few days to explore Zurich, and I want to share my experience with you guys while I'm there. And I'm meeting a couple who watches these videos, so I'm meeting up with, I don't know, some people who watch. I've never met them before in person. I've chatted with them over the phone, but yeah, they're gonna host me in their country and share with me what cultural things of Switzerland, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Like, I think it'll be such a different experience from when I went to Switzerland the first time. It's always different when you get to spend time with locals and do things with locals, through the locals, see things through the locals' eyes, which I absolutely enjoy. Dream vacation or top bucket list activity. Dream vacation that I've always dreamt of, and I've said this in a previous video, is I would love to go to Ecuador, go to the Galapagos Islands. It looks amazing. I would love to see all the animals and swim with them and the massive turtles. This would be really like a dream come true to go to the Galapagos Islands. That also activity, like swimming with the animals. For me, the best experience that I've ever had is in the Amazon, on the Amazon River, on a riverboat, all the activities for a week. It was absolutely amazing. So that's an experience I've done before, but I know that it's absolutely amazing. And I feel like it would be kind of a similar experience with the Galapagos. So I got a few questions about dating. Yes, I've gone on a date. It's the first date that I've ever been on here in Spain, with a Spanish speaker, and I didn't realize when we were talking for a very short period of time before we met up that he was Google translating almost everything that I was saying in the conversation. So when we met up, that's when I found out that his English wasn't great and my Spanish wasn't great. So it made for a very interesting date. He was a nice guy, but it's interesting. Hard to tell. It was my first experience where now I will ask if the conversation is being Google translated, because it wasn't even a thing that was in my mind. I thought, oh, he knows Spanish, or he knows English. Little did I know he did not. And so then it just makes it more difficult. And then I am on some dating apps, but I'm not really looking. I don't have time. I'm working. I am going to school. I am making friends. I am involved in my church. My time is very, very busy. And so, yeah, casually dating, sure. I'm not like out there looking for things. I have my profile up, and if I get a message and I'm interested, then I'll message back, but otherwise I'm not actively swiping anything or messaging anyone really. I am not in a rush, and I want to figure out what I'm doing here and now, and so hopefully the best person will come along. That's what I'm hoping, is that I don't have to like go searching for it. I will just allow it to happen. It's the hope and dream for everyone, right? Oh yeah, it's hard. Dating is so hard these days. It's so limited. It's so different here in Europe. As an American, I am very forward, and I think that maybe that scares Europeans away. I'm not sure. So yeah, this is my experience. So far, I don't have much of dating here in Europe, but it's been disappointing and interesting at the same time. Just, yeah. Someone on here asked if I have children. No, I do not have children. What I'm doing would be more difficult if I was a single mom and had children. Do you think that you will return to the US and live one day? Possibly. I do miss my family a ton, and maybe a certain period of time during the year I'll go back. I would love to be able to have the opportunity to go there and then come back here different times of the year. I know that this is like dream, like it's not something that I could currently do, and I know that it would be far off in the future, but I would love to be able to spend more time with my family, more time with my parents, and I do love Washington State, mostly in the summer. So that would be the dream, to live a few months in the US, a few months in Spain, or wherever else I might be. Yeah, I love it here in Spain, but it is very difficult to get the visas to be here and to be here longer term as an American. So I'm not sure what's in my future. Like, I don't know, but I don't hate the US. I don't hate being there. I love being with my family. I really enjoy Washington State in the summer. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's hard to beat. So yeah, I'm not sure what is in my future, but the older I get, the more I would love to have places where I am stable and I'm able to be around people I love and also have adventures. So yeah, I don't know. It's something that I'll have to definitely work towards and figure out how I can make it happen in the future. Which food do you enjoy more, Spanish or British? The answer to this, I think, is they're so different, but I think it's Spanish. I really love the idea of the culture of having tapas, where you eat little bits of different dishes. I love being able to share things, be sitting around with conversation, which is very similar to kind of pub culture, although you get like a full meal, a full plate of something. In the UK, I feel like so many of the foods are comfort foods. They could be fairly heavy, but here in Spain, everything's light, small, like pica pica. You just have tapas and enjoy them with friends. And yeah, I think that I really like enjoy that culture of it the most, but food-wise, neither are my favorite. Like, I like Japanese food, I like Thai food, I like Italian food. I'd probably pick those over Spanish and British food. Someone asked, how do I get practice with Spanish when people don't speak it here? So many people speak Catalan, but my biggest problem is that people speak English to me. And so this is the most difficult part because I have rubio hair, my blonde hair gives me away. So automatically they speak English to me. And so what I have to do is speak Spanish to them in hopes that they will respond again in Spanish to me. It doesn't always work, but I at least try it. And they're getting practice in English, I'm getting practice in Spanish, so it's kind of like a even thing. But in my normal daily life, I really use English for the majority of the time. So yeah, my speaking in Spanish is lacking. I need to watch more videos. I need to practice more. it's been a real big struggle for me, because even in my house, my apartment, I speak English the majority of the time. So each day I am here at Spanish school where I'm hearing and speaking Spanish for 4 hours a day. I need to listen and speak more often than that to get it down, because I can tell that by using Spanish every day, I am lacking, or by using English every day, I'm lacking in my Spanish skills. So yeah, I need to make Spanish friends. I need to practice Spanish more. I know exactly what I need to do. It's just hard to find the time to do it, because my days are already, they feel so full with work. That brings me to another thing, is someone asked me how I make money, how I can afford this lifestyle. For a long time, YouTube was my main income. Then I moved to Washington and I made money at a dental office. But recently, and I had savings. I've used savings, and recently YouTube has been making money, and my patrons are amazing. Like, Patreon is one of my best incomes because people have decided that they enjoy my content enough to pay for it, which is absolutely incredible. So thank you so much to all of you patrons, because really you guys are the ones that are making it possible for me to be here. I haven't had any sponsorships for videos recently in videos, except for last month. I had my first one of this year, and so I'm really excited about that, because it really helps pay my bills and pay for things. Like, for YouTube, there are so many things that I have to pay for, like music, like my editing software. I do postcards for patrons. Just different things that add up that I need to put money back into. And this channel, it doesn't make very much. I think this month I'll peak at around $130 from AdSense, and that's it. That's definitely not enough to live off of. So I have also been applying to remote position jobs recently, which, if any of you know of any jobs that are available that you think would be good for me, send them my way, because I have been trying on LinkedIn, I've been trying on Indeed, but it's very difficult. I have been hired on recently as a destination specialist for a travel company, which I'm really excited about, and something that I just started last month. It's a small job, not even part-time, but it's something that I can do remotely. It still has to do with travel, and I really enjoy that I can be still like in the travel sphere, and it's something that I can do on the side. So that's been a blessing recently. It's a small thing, but a big victory for me. So yeah, any remote positions, just let me know. I have been looking in the travel industry. I've been looking in admin, because I have a lot of admin experience, but it needs to be working for a US company here in Spain. And by getting this, then I will be able to apply for this digital nomad visa. I need to be able to work for a company outside of Europe or outside of Spain, so that I can apply for the visa and get out of the student visa where I have to be at class 20 hours a week. I would like to continue classes, but it stunts me from being able to work harder on my videos, on my YouTube, especially because now I've been also searching for jobs, so a job will also take time. But yeah, so my income that I have been making recently has not been good enough to have anything extra, or spent frivolously. But I've just had to just be good with my money and try and budget things. That's it. I don't know what else to say about that. Let's go to another question. Let's go to Instagram. You guys are okay. Next to YouTube, you guys put some comments, some questions up on YouTube. Let's see. What was one experience that you were hesitant to try, but are really glad you did? Moving to Spain is an experience that I was hesitant to try. Of course, I was moving here without anyone. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anyone who had lived in Spain. I didn't know what it would be like. I had visited the city once, and I really liked it, but I didn't know if it would all work out. But I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad that I took that risk. I'm so glad that I yeah, I'm living here and learning Spanish. Learning Spanish is another one. Like, yeah, it's crazy. These experiences that I definitely was hesitant. I still am hesitant about Spanish. I still know that I'm not like this genius that will pick it up. But yeah, I'm so glad with the small victories that I have. I am amazed, and it's an incredible experience to be able to live in another country where you're learning the language, you're being challenged every day. I'm so glad for it. It's been great for me. What so far in all of Europe was your favorite breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, and snack? For long hikes and walks. For long hikes and walks. Oh, that's so specific. Long hikes and walks, normally like I like to grab something like cheese and grapes. Have you ever had like cheese and grapes together, or have you ever had, like, every day I eat apples and cheese. I love having apples and cheese. So that would probably be my suggestion. Apples are so like moist and delicious and sweet, and then you add the cheese to it and you eat it together like all at one time. Oh, it's the best snack. My roommate actually started eating apples and cheese because I gave it to her, and she was like, this is amazing. And I agree. Also, my mom always does this, is wraps a slice of cheese around a pickle and eats it. I also really like that. It's a really good snack to travel with. So that's my tip for you. This is a good question. After living in England and Spain, what other countries would you consider as a home base while traveling? Specifically while traveling, Spain is an amazing place, Barcelona, to jump off of here in Europe. If Asia was a place that I would be interested in staying in longer term, I would probably say Thailand is a really great stop, a really great place for launching off of to other Asian places. But really, like, long-term in Asia is not on my to-do list at all, to be honest. I do love traveling there and experiencing it, but long-term living in Asia is not on my to-do list at all. I love it here in Europe. I would also, Mexico is definitely somewhere that I would consider having a place longer term and staying longer term. I loved Mexico when I was there. I love that they speak Spanish, so this would be a pretty high contender of a place where I would launch off of to go to other places in Central and South America. I think that's definitely a possibility for my future, to continue learning Spanish in another Spanish-speaking culture at some point. I don't want to count it out. The possibility is there. What do you like least about travel? For me, I don't like how much it costs. I think it's the number one. Can I think of anything else? The cost of travel, the cost of time that it takes to travel is difficult when you don't have a lot of time off. As Americans, we're used to having very minimal amount of days each year that we can take vacation. Whereas here in Europe, majority of people have almost 30 days. But yeah, what else do I not like about travel? I don't think that I dislike anything other than maybe bugs or like spiders or snakes in other countries that I'm not used to. I definitely dislike that. But I like packing. I love airports. I love sleeping in new places. I have no problem sleeping in new places. Some people I know do. I dislike jet lag. Jet lag is a difficult one. If it affects you, then it's not very nice. What was your favorite book as a child? My mom would always read us the I love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as you're living, my baby, you'll know the reference. I'm not sure what it's called actually, but it's a really heartwarming story. So it was one of my favorites. How do you learn to master the filming on your vlogs? Do you own a drone? I don't own a drone. I used to own a drone. I have gone back and forth with wanting to own a drone, but nowadays there's so many regulations that I'm terrified of owning a drone. I don't know what the rules are and I don't want to break them. So I don't have a drone at the moment. there are places that I've been or places that I want to go that I know that it would be incredible to have a drone. So maybe in the future it would be something that I would have, but at the moment I don't. How do I learn to master the filming? I've been doing YouTube for a long time, and it's taken a long time to get where I'm at, and I still feel like there's so much more that I could learn, so much more that I can do. So I wouldn't say I've mastered anything. And the other difficult thing is I used to vlog in a pair where someone was filming me, and now I have to film myself. It's extremely difficult to find places to put my camera down so that I can film myself. Otherwise, a lot of times I have to hold it out. So getting a wide lens is really important when you are filming yourself, because then it's just not your face in the screen, which I think a lot of the times that's exactly what I do. So yeah, I wouldn't say I mastered anything, but it just takes a lot of practice and figuring it out. And then I seriously, when I'm out and about, I'm always looking for places to film or where I could set my camera, where it wouldn't get stolen, where it's not out in the open. Or I think about going out early in the morning so that nobody else is around and I don't have to worry about my camera getting stolen. The majority of my income comes from YouTube, from these videos. So if my camera is stolen, then I guess I would use my phone, but it would be awful. So I have to just be extra cautious about that. And here in Barcelona, people are so quick. They snatch things so fast. So yeah, it's been a learning process. I set my camera places where I can almost guarantee someone can't just run by and swipe it. I have a few filming spots that I know of in the city. The other day I walked around the city, but in the summer there's so many people here, you can barely go down a road without people. So finding somewhere to film has been a real struggle for me. I'm in my school right now. They allowed me to stay in one of the classrooms in the afternoon to film to this video. But yeah, this is a noisy city. I live in central of Barcelona, so finding places in the roads during the summertime, spring and summer, it's just impossible. There are tourists everywhere. So I need to be more creative with where I film, when I film, what I film here in this city. But none of this is complaints. It's just how I've learned to vlog, to do this job. It's yeah, always you have to be on your feet, and always you have to like be creative, figure out places to go, what to do in a situation. The person who asked if I attend a church in Barcelona, they asked what the differences are between the US. Actually, my pastors are American, and it is an Assemblies of God church, like affiliated with Assemblies of God, so it's very similar. The thing that is different is that it is a multicultural church. Like my church has over 90 different cultures in it, which is a lot. And when you get all those cultures together, everyone has grown up with a different understanding of certain things, and so it's fascinating to me. It's the closest thing that I feel like I've ever experienced to what like I imagine heaven to be like, because there are so many different cultures and people. And I go to a class ahead of time because in this class we talk about certain aspects of Christianity, and I get to hear the understanding of those aspects from people from all around the world, all different backgrounds. It's just so fascinating. I actually really love it. Yeah, I don't know. And so it would be the biggest difference is just all the different cultures. This city is a very transient city within Europe. And so there are just different cultures that I haven't really been exposed to while being in the US. And I love it. My traveler's heart is so full there because I have so much access to so many different cultures in just one place. It's, yeah. Incredible. Increíble. Unless I make this video much longer, then I'm going to have to cut off the questions there. But thank you so much to all of you who have sent questions to me. I really appreciate you guys engaging, you guys sending me things, you guys conversing with me, you guys making comments on Instagram or YouTube, sending me messages, telling me when you're going to visit. I love meeting with you guys. I love having a connection with you. Just like what I was just saying about my church, like this channel is access to the world for me. And I love that I am able to get to know you and your life. And yeah, thank you so much again to my patrons, for those of you who support this channel. really, like truly, 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 you have made this possible for me to live here in Barcelona, to learn Spanish, to continue to grow and become a better person, and yeah, follow my dreams. And I truly don't take any of it for granted. I'm so, so thankful. So yeah, thanks for being here for this Q&A. Please put down in the comments below what kind of videos you guys want to see from me. I've been going through a lot of transitions, trying to figure out what you're looking for, what YouTube is looking for, what kind of content I can do as a solo female traveler now. And so if you guys like sit down videos, if you like personal videos, if you like travel videos, let me know so that I know what kind of content to continue making for all of you. But all right, have a great day. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.